Hello, class. Today during writing, we discussed how to write a super sentence. And this is a really important skill for you to have as you continue on through your academic career. But some of you were struggling with constructing your own super sentences. So that's what we're going to be discussing today during this mini lesson. As you know, a sentence has five main components in order to be considered a super sentence. The first component is the who of the sentence. This is your subject, who you're talking about. Then you have the what, and this is the action or the verb that the who or the subject is going to be performing. Then you have the where, which is the location of your super sentence. Then you have the when, and this is the time that your super sentence is taking place. And then you have the why, which is the reasoning behind the actions that the who or the subject of your sentence is performing. So let's see this in action a little bit. I want you to consider the sentence, the child ate potato chips in his kitchen after school because he was hungry. All right, so let's break apart this sentence a little bit. First of all, we have the who, and we have to find out what that who is. What is the subject of the sentence? And in this case, it's the child. The child is the one who is going to be performing the action that we find in this sentence. So he is the subject, who the sentence is about. Next, we have our what. What is the action? What is the verb? And as you can see, there's only one verb in this sentence, so it's pretty easy. That's going to be ate. And the detail we added was potato chips. He ate potato chips. That's the what of this sentence. Next, we have the where, and as I told you earlier, that is location of the sentence. So the only location that we have is kitchen. So the where is going to be in his kitchen. Next, we have the when of our sentence, and this is the time. And don't be confused if you don't see a specific time, like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. It can be a general time, and in this case, it's after school. Before and after are good indicators of the location of the sentence, or excuse me, the time of the sentence or the when. And lastly, we have our reasoning or the why. And the why is pretty easy to spot because it has the word because usually. It's giving reasoning. And in this case, it's because he was hungry. So that's the whole sentence. And now that we've identified the different parts of a super sentence and seen it in context, we're going to write a super sentence today. So first we need the who or the subject, and it can be a relative, it can be a name. So I'm just going to use a relative, my mother. And then I need a what. What is the action she's going to be performing? And I'm going to say reads to me is a pretty good action that she can perform. And then I need the where. Where does she read to me? Typically, parents read to kids in their bedroom. So I'm going to say, in my bedroom. And then I need a when. And typically, this happens at night for most children. It could happen during the day, but it does happen a lot at night. So I'm going to say, my mother reads to me in my bedroom. And I'm going to say, every night before bed to be a little bit more specific. And then I need the why of my sentence. Why does my mother read to me? And my why is going to be so I can fall asleep. So there's our sentence. My mother reads to me in my bedroom every night before bed so I can fall asleep. As you can see, we have the who, we have the what, and then the where, we have a when, and finally, we have a why. So this is my super sentence. So I'm going to ask all of you to write your own super sentences. I'm going to ask you to write two, remembering to have each of these 5 components. And when we come back to school tomorrow, we're going to read them off. So just to summarize what we have learned today, we've talked about what makes up a super sentence, the who, what, where, when, and why, and then how to apply this to write your own super sentences. So I wish you the best of luck and look forward to seeing your super sentences tomorrow at school.